Early on today, I taught yoga and I shuffled the deck after the class and I pulled exactly this card out. So if you're in yoga class with me, you saw this card before. It is exactly the same card. There's an 11 on the card. So there's this doorway. It says remembrance. And then there's this portal key here. I've been speaking about this sort of shape, this like star-like shape that has been coming through, and this is what's really going to happen. We're going to see it strongly on actually 12/25. We'll see this star-like shape. It's almost like the north, the south, the east, and the west, this like grand cross, if you will. So there's a portal that's opening inside of us, that's awakening us. There's a portal key as well. There's the divine feminine that's rising. I want to show you another card because I just pulled this when I did my reading with Leaf. And it's basically the same thing. This card came out first. And when I pulled it out, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so similar to the first card that I pulled out today. It has the exact same key. And it's just this further away. So, and then I pulled this card out right now with you. And so it's the same card. So I feel like we're moving through, like we're through a doorway. The doorway is already opened. It's already invited us in. We're moving through another doorway that's we haven't been through before, or we've been through this one. This generation, I'll say, hasn't been through it before. An ancient part of us has been for sure, and now it's showing us that we are actually this. I'm gonna laugh because I'm just looking at the numbers, and the numbers keep showing up as like 12, 21. And so the other thing too, which I was just before this was looking at, was the numbers 12, 21. And it's like a mirror image of each other. It's the divine feminine masculine aspect coming together. It's the meeting of the two. It's the mirroring. It's you seeing me and me seeing you. There's such a powerful journey that we're going through, more than I think that words can truly share and help you to understand. The last couple of weeks, I honestly feel like I have been talking in rhymes and riddles, and some of the words don't seem to make any sense. In fact, like I feel like I'm repeating some things, but I feel like those pieces that are being repeated are actually because it needs to be like reprogrammed into our systems. And they're showing me again, so I sometimes see the numbers flying around. I'm shown again like this portal key that it's time for us to move through. This card says remembrance, a doorway. Again, maybe it's us tapping into that ancient part of our soul, where we've truly come from. If you can imagine where you've come from, like as a soul being, if you think about it for a second, where did you come from? If you think that you're more than this body, maybe if you just thought that, you know, you're just cells put together and that's your whole entire existence, that's fine too. But maybe if you feel like you are more than just the physical form and more than just this mind, maybe you feel like your soul, your spirit, and then where does that all come from? There's something churning souls out somewhere in the universe, right? Sending these souls to Earth. How is all that working? What is the purpose of that? Are we going to find that out next? Is that what we are moving into? This card says it's 42 on your hat, and 42, it's a 6. So the 4 and the 2 is a 6, and every time a 6 shows up, there's multiple things. They reminded me that one is about this great vision that we can hold. Can you hold a great vision? And it says inward revolution, like going within. And then I see the DNA that's spiraling up the card here too. And this great conjunction is all about an activation, an awakening. We've been hearing that a lot. What is an awakening? And now also to move into this field, I'm going to share like a lot of things because they're all coming through all at once. All of this is transformation when we step into this idea that we are experiencing everything, so everything is believable, especially when you want something new to come through, something that's going to invite you to a new way of existence. And this is this portal key, this new way existence. When our cellular body gets the upgrade, we already know the keys here, the doors awaiting us. We just need to go inwardly, remembering from our ancient self, or where our soul self comes from, to our inward revolution, which has that word of evolution inside of it. We're revolving, we're going through new things. We can see all those cycles, a turning of a wheel. That's what the winter solstice says too. It's a turning of a wheel. As we go through that inward revolution, this is the grand activation. This is really powerful stuff. This is the grand activation. Gets me really excited, especially for Monday. If you haven't signed up for the Cosmic Alignment, go to my website and you'll see there's an event under belindapearl.com/events. There's an event called Cosmic Alignment. Just follow the instructions in the event and then you can sign up. Make sure you supply your email when you're paying, and then I will send you an email for the event with, we're all meeting on Zoom. It's a grand group gathering together, so I'm super excited for us to join together. In our togetherness, this is you and I, we're walking through this portal key together, and it is a new humanity too, because our DNA has been upgraded. I was listening to somebody speaking yesterday, and she too was speaking about DNA activation, and not just from a new age perspective. I'm sure you've heard that a lot, but it's from an astrological perspective. When you start to look at how the strategy is set up for all of this, and they tell me, yes, this is truth. We're actually on a spiritual journey, which we are, because we know Uranus is waking us up, making sure that we value what we need to value. I feel like there's nothing more in, there's no need to pull any more cards or anything like that to really find anything that's further, on the path. It's in this moment now. Let us not be thinking about how to create that new tomorrow, but rather choosing what we want to bring with us now. How much weight do you want to bring with you into a new age? If you were given an opportunity to walk through a new door and create a new sense of self, a new world of self, what would you want to bring with you? Is it just your mascara? Just an idea. Or is it the luggage that you've packed from years and lifetimes? And what you bring with you is going to help you forge that tomorrow. So that's why being mindful of what you're bringing with you is so deeply essential. Does that make sense? I hope so. Look into your heart and ask yourself truly what you wish to create for your tomorrow. And bring only that with you that you wish to create for your tomorrow. That's your key. That's part of your journey, is that decision making. But don't you worry, because there's many of us here together that we're choosing to bring with us exactly what is essential. Maybe it is a believing in something that is greater, that is inspiring us, that's in fact pulling us through. We're always moving through portals. We are not in one linear road. And the portals that we see, they take us all over the galaxy, all over in your mind, right? You've been to many places. You've thought of many things. So if you imagine that your mind can transport you easy to different things, even if it's worry, right? It can take you back to the thing that you're worried about or upset about. Imagine where your mind could take you when you activate it in an Aquarian way. Aquarius is all about divine love. So it's about stepping into that field of absolute possibility. There's a changing of the guard. There's a clearing of the house. A new house is being presented, a new space to grow into. First of all, we have to get comfortable with the idea of letting things go. And then get comfortable in the transition, being okay with it, being accepting of it, allowing it so we can flow. And then as the new door opens, as we walk in, first maybe we'd be amazed that it'd be so different and feel vastly different, or maybe we would feel at home. Maybe it's a place that's been calling us. And there's an easing into it so we can find the grace. This is also all about healing, deep healing for all of humanity. This is what I sometimes, if I look at this card, it's reminding me of my sonic boom, where I saw this image, and maybe this is what it is too. I saw this image of Earth, and there was like an aura around it, and all of a sudden, like everything like shrunk into this tiniest little point of light, like a little full stop on your phone. And then there was just this like like energy all around it. It was kind of like a pinky, bluey, healing color. But it was like an aura that just went all around, and everybody's consciousness shifted to that of one love. And this was a vision I've had I saw it definitely more than a couple, like probably 10 years ago now. I've been gently sharing this with people. I always call it the sonic boom. And then I think about sound medicine. And isn't that powerful? If Edgar Cayce did say that sound is like the medicine of the future, I think it is. Like, sound is such a powerful thing. They use it in all different things already, in technology and in even in manufacturing or destroying things as well. But sound is so powerful when used with positive and powerful intention. I've seen it with people just play simple sounds, nothing too elaborate. I think that's what we're also coming down as. It's simplicity. It's what's necessities that we need, the essential pieces. So hopefully all of this makes some sense. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Join me again. This is Monday, December 21st, winter solstice at 6:30 p.m. PST. You can go to my website, belindapearl.com/events, and look for Cosmic Alignment. It's $22 to sign up. You'll get a Zoom link when you sign up, and then I'll see you online on Monday again. Hopefully all of this makes sense. I look forward to sharing and stepping through the energy into the Aquarian age. This is truly something new that's beginning. I feel that there's prophecies too that have been written about it. There's people gathering in Australia at Uluru, which is this big rock, which they say is a heart of a meteorite. So that's powerful in itself. And a lot what you see is, most of it is underground. So what is that? You know, what's that? It's like impregnated into Mother Earth. What energy is that bringing? It's got to be so powerful. And people are gathering there because there's this prophecy of, on the great conjunction, that this diamond or this gem that's within it, there's an activation, a DNA upgrading. So, and us all getting together to meditate together is uplifting. All of us holding this idea of one love, divine unity. Imagine that. What's that powerful energy going to create in the fields around us, in the worlds around us? So from my heart to yours, may you always be blessed. Namaste.